Vai ledin kad Yaakov din. I say, this is so strange. But look how they ended off the celebration. They said, but woe to us. Woe to Esav, kad Yaakov din, when Yaakov rises again. Woe to Esav, when Yaakov rises again. Why? Because Am Kilavi Yaakov. Right? I would say, woe to Esav, absolutely incredible. So, right, after all of this celebration, right, after all of this jubilation, after all of this feeling of conquest, what do they whisper at the end of the celebration? But you know it's only temporary. Because Yaakov will rise up again. Because the lion may remain asleep, even for generations, even for millennia. But when the lion wakes up, you better get out of its way. We'll say, isn't that incredible? Absolutely incredible. Amar Rav Ashi. So Rav Ashi says as follows. So Rav say, so this was the celebration. This was the celebration in Rome. And I will say, just understand the profundity just of the days in which we are living. I will say, it's overwhelming. This was the celebration in Rome because Rome, like every other nation of the world, celebrated their conquest over us and said, Jewish people, you are a shattered dream. You're nothing but a shattered dream. But every single nation always muttered under its breath the same thing. We know we can't vanquish you. We know we can't obliterate you. We know we can't erase you. So we'll celebrate it while we're riding on your shoulders, right? We'll celebrate while our foot is on your neck. But at the end of the day, we know that the day will come when you will rise up above us, when you will vanquish us, when you will outlive and you will outperform us. And I will say, I just want to point out something amazing. For thousands of years, just understand. For thousands of years, do you know how a Jew would feel when he would read this gemerah? I will say, do you know how our parents, or maybe even certainly our grandparents and great-grandparents, do you know how they felt when they read this gemerah? How did they feel? Right? Masayavo. We can't wait till this day comes. And I will say, we read this gemerah and we're living it. We're living it. Because we're living in days where Yaakov has thrown Esav off his shoulders, right? Where no one sits on top of us. Where ultimately, again, no one has their foot to our neck. Where no one ultimately, again, says that Klal Yisrael is the cripple who could be subjugated. Let's understand what this means. For 2,000 years, the Jews read this gemerah as an anticipatory wish. And for us, this is our reality. For 2,000 years, the dominant piece of the gemerah was the way Rome celebrated. And then the whisper at the end was, oh, if only we'll live to see it. And now, that last whisper, that's being sung out loud. That's being stated out loud, screamed out loud from the top of our lungs. At the end of the day, the rest of the celebration doesn't matter. Now, vai ledin kad Yaakov din. Yes, world, watch out. Watch out when the lion awakens. Watch out when Yaakov throws Esav off his shoulders. Watch what happens when the Jewish people rise up again. I will say, it's not an anticipatory desire. It's life. It's reality. It's what's happening and unfolding right in front of our eyes. Overwhelming.